Good morning, guys. It's eclipse day. So I already actually saw the eclipse. I'm going to share after this Jackson. Well, I'm going to share the eclipse stuff, and then I'm going to share like Jackson and I's science project this morning with dinosaur stuff. But so the eclipse, I wanted to get it on camera before I talked about it in the intro. I have used this method with the transit of Venus and stuff too, sometimes double sunglasses. So many people have information so wrong. Even news broadcasters are sending stuff out like, oh my God, this and that, like about your camera phone and all this stuff. And NASA has said, like, no, you're not going to hurt your camera phone to watch the eclipse in selfie mode and just all these things. People think that like the sun's brighter during an eclipse. It's not. It's just like any other day. It's just when you see something so drastic like that, your eyes tend to look up at the sun, and that's why they warn about retinal damage. So I stood under it was a very cloudy day, and I didn't think I'd even get to see the eclipse, but I got really lucky. I stood under like the little roof thing we have sticking out from our porch or back door. I stood under it and did not look up at the sun. I watched it through my phone, and I actually watched it for a bit before I recorded some because I just want to take the moment in, like that's like a big moment, I just wanted to enjoy it and watch it for a minute. And then I recorded a little bit for you guys, and I took some pictures. Because it was a cloudy day, it actually helped a lot. My method is polarized sunglasses over the lens, and that helps take down the intensity of the sun. You'll see how the clip looks, but that's all I did. I put my polarized lens, and I used the back of my phone, like the good part of my camera. It does not damage your phone unless you unless you left your camera pointed directly at the sun for like the whole 2 hours of the eclipse, then maybe, but NASA even said like it's not that serious. So I used a polarized lens though to capture it. And we only got a partial eclipse here in Texas, and the clouds really help diffuse the brightness with the polarized lens. So I'm going to go ahead and share that clip. So freaking cool. Anyways, so that's what I got. I was really excited that I actually got something. I'm just going to go into the rest of our day now. Okay, Jackson's watching the Elmo dinosaur episode, just a little bit of it right now. I set this up. Last night I made this dino egg out of baking soda. So you add just a little bit of water, and you keep adding water until it makes a paste that is not too wet, because it won't harden if it's too wet, but it's hard to explain. Like I just had to keep adding it, and then if I added too much water, I had to add more baking soda. But basically get it to where it will be like a sticky ball in the object like this. And it's just baking soda and water. And then I wrapped it in a paper towel to make sure it kept its form, and put it in this overnight. Anyway, so now it's hardened and it's an egg. I'm just trying to be really careful with it. It's a dino egg, and I'm going to let him hit it with this spoon. Kind of like bang it and get it open. And then once that's done, I'm going to let him add vinegar. Probably going to help him for most of this. I'm going to let him add vinegar to dissolve the rest of the baking soda on his dinosaur. And we're going to hatch this egg. And it's a really fun science. We're eating baking soda. Here, hit it. Do it. Can you hit it? What's inside? We had like a disaster moving it over here. There you go. Hit it. You getting it open? What's in there? What is that? You see your dinosaur? It cracked in half on the way to the table. I should have kept it in the paper towel till we were ready to do it, but I'm sure I didn't get the measurements just right. Good job. Okay, let's take some of this out. What's going to happen? Watch this. Well, Mama's gonna do this since you tried to eat the baking soda earlier. Watch. Here, Jackson does it. Add this. Put it in here. Here, Mama helps. Ready? Whoa. Is that crazy? You got your dinosaur? Yay! Uh-oh, where'd he go? It's like the baking soda, it doesn't taste good. Watch this. We're gonna have an accident. Whoa. Don't eat it. Whoa. Is that so cool, baby? Okay, let's clean it up. Is that your dinosaur? You put him back in there? Okay.
Back to dinosaur.
Bad dinosaur. Oh my goodness. What's that? Are you rocking? You look so grumpy. Smile. Oh, be careful. Good job. You love that song. Very focused on reading about dinosaurs. You guys look at, I'm just letting him free play. Oh my gosh, such a mess. I'm gonna have him clean it, but then he started reading and I feel bad. I don't want to interrupt him. So yeah, I don't know if y'all have seen this. He pulled his mirrors down and we were going to actually raise the pull-up bar. I don't know, we might still do it, but so that he could practice, like, instead of pulling him to stand now, like doing pull-ups, if that makes sense, because the studs we have it in, the way Justin mounted it, will hold 150 pounds of weight. Obviously, he's only 23 pounds, but we're still thinking about raising it, but we might remove it altogether. We have some exciting plans for the dining room. Okay guys, I'm fixing to show y'all my shame. The only room in my house that is not clean and like organized and nice looking. And this is part of the reason I want this change to happen. Okay. Before we bought this house, we knew we were buying a house or going to build, and my Nana was moving. And this furniture is so beautiful, and it comes from my Aunt Tony, my great Aunt Tony. My grandpa's sister was very wealthy. She had a huge mansion in San Antonio, and it was like Spanish mission style. This furniture is gorgeous, and I want it to stay in the family. When we move, Justin and I have talked about this so much. Like, I made it work in this house because of the color scheme. I brought in like darker, I'm going to show you guys in a minute, darker drapes. I tried to like change the house, like I used the house and like add some stuff that kind of tied it together. It is beautiful furniture. When we move, I just don't think it's what I want, if that makes sense. I've seen some stuff I really love, and I don't think dining room wise this is just really my style. I kind of saved it, you know, because I have so many memories around this table, and it's just beautiful, but it's just not it's not my style. I made it work in this house. It looks beautiful in this house. The houses we've been looking at, I know what I want specifically, and it's not this. So I could not decide what to do. I can't just sell this stuff on Craigslist or whatever. This is an antique set, very old. Insurance has appraised it at 10 grand. And so I was struggling because it was like, well, I'm just going to move it to the next house and use it, because even though I want something different, like I'm more attracted to a different style, it's like I just don't know what to do, because I don't know. I can't give it up. So my sister is moving back to this part of town. She lives in another town a little over an hour away. And when she moves back, her house is very much like this, but even a little, like, I think it'll even match better because she has this giant mirror wall that goes up 16 feet, but it's like an antiqued mirror wall. It's really nice. The house they have in this area, they rent out now since they had to move about an hour away. So it's their rental house, but they're moving back to it. So I was telling her, like, we use this room once a year now that we have Jackson, not like, because we don't have like parties and stuff anymore or like big family meals. And yeah. And when we do, we have Christmas Eve. Literally only my sister and her husband will ever come eat in here. Nobody ever wants to come eat in here. I don't know why. I guess they feel separated. Everyone always goes into our living room and our kitchen. And so that's like the central hub at get-togethers. So I've just like, we have this whole room that we don't use because nobody ever uses it. Right now I've been using it as a crafting area. You'll see why it's heinous right now. And like sorting stuff that we're storing. So I try to flip stuff that has like our address on it. There's nothing with our information. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here with my information. Okay. All right. So that's the situation. I know I want something else in the dining room of the new house. And my sister is going to take it when she moves back. She doesn't have a dining room set. It'll match her place really well, like the style of her house. It'll stay in the family, and then if she ever wants new furniture, I will take it back from her because my Nana gave it to me, like, not an inheritance, but like, you know, like she gave it to me knowing that if one day I sold it like to an antique person, I could get a good amount, but I just can't sell it. So she left it to me, but I'm going to let my sister go ahead and take it because she likes it and she wants to use it in her dining room in the house. And then if she ever doesn't like want it anymore or she's ready for something different, then I'll take it and probably store it and then try to figure out what to do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. So as you can see right now, we've got baby stuff broken down to store. That's a storage tub to store his swing that we haven't installed. This is all stuff I need to scrapbook. This is his push guards over there. These will probably stay in this. I just don't want to put them in the garage because of spiders. He uses those like every day. We switch up what he uses. He uses this one in the house a lot. We go on walks with that one. And then over here is so much scrapbook stuff. I got so behind on scrapbooks, y'all. I have not scrapbooked anything since he was 8 months old. He's 15 months old, but I have all my pictures printed. So that is my goal in the next couple of months to get that finished and up to date on his scrapbook. If you guys are newer viewers, I scrapbook, but like mixed with photo album style. So like, okay, his birthday will have like 3 scrapbook pages and the rest is like photo album. So big events, I kind of do like that. That is my silhouette. I've been using this table also to do my silhouette stuff. But as you can see what I mean about this like mission style, very like, it's beautiful furniture, but it's just a very particular style, and it actually doesn't look that dark right now in here, but it is a pretty dark furniture. But as you can see, I've tried to do my best to like add like some dramatic drapes. These drapes are so expensive. Like I bought them when we first bought the house. They were so expensive, but I've done my best to try to pull it together and make it work. But I'm glad that my sister is going to be taking them. These cushions were originally red velvet seat cushions, the originals. I had them. Why does that look so off color? That looks weird. It looks like it's faded, but it's not. My camera's being weird. So the seat cushions were red velvet and they were stuffed with down and horsehair. That's how old this furniture style is. As you can see, my grandpa has broken some of it, but even with the broken pieces, whatever this set is, it's like some great antique, whatever, that's the value I have in the insurance paperwork. But you all know, like, you don't necessarily get what you get for insurance. Like if your house burns down, the insurance will give you that, but like no guarantee you'll sell it at that. So anyway, this whole room, all of this when my sister takes it. And there is a missing piece. There is a big hutch piece my dad still has. This will all become Jackson's room. He's going to have, upstairs is going to be more of a teaching homeschool kind of room. And this is going to be more of a playroom. So all this baby stuff, all of it is going to go in here. And I'm just going to have my living room back. I can bring my ottoman back in and my nice rug, and it'll be a very adult room again. And the ottoman will have more seating then, that way when we have people over. And this way the kids, when they come over, don't have to go upstairs. Like when we have family parties and stuff, they can play in here. I can bring his playhouse in here from outside, so he can use it a lot more because it's so hot during this summer. I'll probably bring it in at the end of winter. But yeah, there's just like so many possibilities. And I'd rather this room go to all that than just keep sitting here and not get used. So I'll probably bring stuff down from the playroom as well. But the playroom will be more schoolwork stuff, if that makes sense. I found these at Trader Joe's. Probably not the healthiest way to make eggplant parm, but when you're in a flare, it's easy. And it actually isn't like that much crazy stuff. Like I don't see anything crazy that I don't recognize ingredient wise, or like super chemically enhanced. I don't know. We'll see how they go. This is our first time trying them, but I'm gonna make some spaghetti to go with it. Put this on top. It's gonna be good. Hey guys, so I didn't end the vlog because I wanted to include some gymnastics clips of Jackson, since I had just done a gymnastics the other day and I could kind of record just a couple clips. Jump, jump, jump! Show mama, jump around, jump up to get down, jump! Jump, jump!
Did you get the air?
Jump! Can you dance? Wow, can you jump and dance? Edge, then jump. Oh, good job. Is that just where you live now?
All right, let's swing on the bar.
Oh, good job. Yay. Go, go, go. Come on. Huh? Come on, we're gonna go get stamps. So I didn't end the vlog because I wanted to include those. We have a storm coming, and I don't know, sometimes I get people all worked up. And then it's the times people are like, you know what, I'm not going to fall for this this time. That shit really happens. But the problem is Houston floods really easily. And some people are like meteorologists, and some people are saying it could be like as bad as Alicia, this terrible storm we had in like the 80s, right? Was it Alicia in the 80s? And then Allison was in the early, like 2000, right? Or 1999, 2000. It was like, I don't know. I remember Allison. I don't know what's going to happen. Hoping we don't lose power, because that will not be pleasant with a toddler. But I just went to the store and people were like acting insane and like fighting over water. First, when I got there, it wasn't that bad. Like the store manager was putting water out. Amber's purposely trying to start a fight with Ralph while I'm vlogging. Like a play fight, not like a fight. Like they're being playful. But it's like every time I've gone to vlog, she's done that tonight. So I don't know. People just like, I don't know. The store's like busyness picked up, and then people start acting crazy over like water and bread. And milk was all gone. Even the like cashew milk, I legit needed to go to the grocery store. I wasn't there for like hurricane preparedness or tropical storm preparedness. I had some water here, but I did get a few more just in case, case things. And I got them before like more people showed up and started getting crazy, because that's the first place I went when I got to the store. But like, I needed to get Jackson cashew milk. Like, he has one, but I like to keep at least 3 in the fridge because he goes through it so fast. And like, people were like, so they were sold out of like all this kind of milk. Like, I just wouldn't have bought any cashew milk at all, or any kind of dairy stuff, like if we didn't have a toddler that needed it. So like, I'm like, why go? I mean, maybe it's all parents having to buy milk for their kid. I don't know. But I'm just like, what is it about milk that, because I've seen it in other states, like everyone panics and buys a lot of milk. I don't get it. We're not big milk drinkers, so maybe that's why. But I don't know, maybe it's just a lot of people with a lot of kids. But people just start acting crazy, and then I stood in line forever to check out, and then I waited in line forever because we have to fill up our gas tanks when this happens. They always suggest that, because like when Hurricane Ike came through, 16 days of no power for us? 17 days of no power. And that meant in our area too, we had no working gas pumps. So it's like, you think, oh, I'll just drive to an area that has like power. Like his parents' area had power after like a couple days. And it was like, yeah, that's great, but then everyone's there for gas. So it's like you run the risk of not having enough gas. Plus, it's like your generators run on gas. So like if you have a generator, you have to get gas for that. I don't know. Gas is just always this big drama too. So I had to wait in line for gas. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. But I'm sure we'll be fine. But I also want to thank you guys for being so understanding always of my inconsistent vlogs since I had Jackson. I've been in such a bad flare, and I'm on the upside of it, I think. But you guys have always been supportive and understanding. I know a lot of y'all have been with me since I daily vlogged, and I appreciate the understanding with the inconsistency. I just wanted to say that. I really appreciate it. So hopefully nothing will happen and you'll have some more vlogs come out this week. I don't know. If I don't have any power, I can't upload vlogs or charge my phone even. We need to buy a generator after this is over. Like when they're not in like jacked up prices. I don't know. Every hurricane season, we're like, we need to buy a generator, and then we don't. We need to actually do that after this storm goes through. But I mean, then you like, it's like I said, like gas gets insane. So it's like you have to pray that there's enough gas for your generator. The good thing is we have gas appliances. So if we do lose power, I can still cook on the stovetop, which is like a luxury, because the 17 days that we didn't have power, we didn't have that. Wait, my dad had a little bit of propane and in the barbecue pit, and I did not know that because inside he had an electric burner. I did not know that until they were outside cooking a meal on the stovetop for them, and I was like, is there enough propane for us? Like, we were living in the guest house paying rent, and they did let us make mac and cheese, but it was like very little propane, so that was a luxury. I don't know. Anyways, Justin and I look back and they're like, how did we survive? It was really awful. Like, it really messed with my mind a lot, because Justin could go to work and they had a generator at work. And my dad and everyone went back to work because a lot of their places had generators. I was a nanny, and they just took off and left like Austin, I think. Was it Austin they went to? And they just like stayed in a hotel because like a lot of people just didn't have work, you know. And when they got back, they didn't want to pay me. I was like, I would have come to work. I was so bored. Like, it was crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna end the vlog. I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully it doesn't get really bad, but just say a prayer that nobody gets flooded really bad. We're very lucky. Our neighborhood was built around like the fact that flooding's bad in Houston. So our neighborhood is really great about getting rid of water. We have a big retention pond. We'll be fine. But it's like everything outside the neighborhood is what's always screwed. So like we won't be able to leave the neighborhood, but I'm not worried about our house flooding. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.